Welcome to Stoic Alchemist, the space where silence speaks louder than words, and every relationship becomes a training ground for your mind and spirit. Here, we blend the timeless wisdom of Stoicism with emotional intelligence and personal mastery, so you can learn to show your true worth without begging, chasing, or betraying your essence. In today's video, you'll discover 9 silent actions that speak louder than any words, gestures that reveal your inner power, spark genuine desire, and command deep respect in your relationships. You'll learn how to project value without trying to prove it, and how to become an unforgettable presence through calm, dignity, and self-control. Lesson 1. Recognize your authentic worth. You noticed how often we seek validation from others, when in truth, real recognition must begin within ourselves? At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a powerful truth. The only thing we can truly control is how we perceive and act. And that includes how we value ourselves. Your worth should never be measured by the attention you receive, the praise you get, or whether someone chooses to stay or leave. Your worth is an inner seed. It lives in how you behave, in what you believe, and in how you treat others and yourself. Imagine you are a precious gem. Not everyone knows what they're looking at when they see it. Some will overlook it. Others will mistake it for something ordinary. But its essence remains unchanged, unique, valuable, worthy of admiration. That's you. We live in a world of constant comparison and amplified rejection. But that's where the Stoic vision steps in. Your self-worth cannot depend on what others see or fail to see in you. It depends on whether you act with integrity, stay true to your principles, and choose to be noble, even when no one's watching. Stoicism asks you to observe yourself with honesty, not to judge, but to uncover the strength in your values, your way of feeling, deciding, and living. Your worth is real, even if no one recognizes it yet, because it's a personal path, built day by day. It's not about inflated ego or feeling superior. It's about reminding yourself every day that you are enough, for who you are, for what you stand for, and for how you choose to live. Lesson 2. Show yourself with dignity. When we hear the word Stoic, we often picture someone cold, expressionless, maybe even distant. But that's a mistake. Being Stoic doesn't mean shutting down your emotions. It means learning how to direct them. And that includes how you present yourself to the world. Today, it's easy to fall into the trap of appearances. We change how we speak, dress, and even think just to fit in or please others. But at what cost? Showing yourself with dignity means staying true to who you are, even when that's not what others expect. It's not about being flashy or the most charismatic person in the room. It's about radiating authenticity, firmness, and respect for your own identity. Let's use a simple example. 2 people give a presentation. One uses grand gestures and fancy words to impress. The other speaks calmly, clearly, and genuinely. Who leaves a deeper impression? Almost always, it's the one who's aligned with themselves. Dignity doesn't lie in what you wear or what trends you follow. It's in how you choose to act, and in the calm confidence of walking through life without needing to convince anyone of your value. And here's something crucial. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you constantly criticize yourself, others will learn it's okay to do the same. But if you take care of yourself, if you respect your time, your energy, and your emotions, you're sending a clear message. I deserve respect, and I expect to be treated accordingly. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." In a relationship, this means not panicking to please, not betraying your values just to fit in. Sometimes, you'll end up alone simply because you chose to keep your integrity. And that's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about the courage to stand firm when it would be easier to give in. Dignity can't be forced. It's felt in the boundaries you set, in what you choose to tolerate, and in how you respond to what doesn't represent you. So ask yourself, am I acting with dignity? Or am I wearing a mask just to be accepted? Because when you stand your ground with respect, the world starts to see you differently. Lesson 3. The power of silent language. It might sound old-fashioned, but often, what we don't say speaks louder than 1,000 words. In relationships, how you behave, what you choose to share, and what you don't builds a clear picture of who you are. And yes, that too is Stoicism. In a world where everything is immediate, where every detail of our lives is one click away, being selective is revolutionary. Where do you invest your time? Who do you share your energy with? Who gets access to your inner world? The Stoics taught us not to give ourselves away completely in every situation. That doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means assigning value to your presence. When everything is always available, nothing feels special. The same goes for people. If you're always there, without limits, if you respond instantly to every message, if you give without pause, you become predictable. And predictability often loses its magic. This isn't about playing games or hiding. It's about respecting yourself. Showing up as someone who has a rich life, their own interests, and who doesn't need to lose themselves in someone else to feel worthy. Dressing with intention, taking care of your appearance without overdoing it, choosing your words with patience. All of it communicates something without speaking. It says, I value myself. I don't need to prove it. It shows. And above all, it's about managing your time and attention. Not because you want to be unreachable, but because you know your presence has weight, and not everyone has earned access to that. The Stoics spoke often of emotional discipline, not to turn you into a stone without feelings, but to help you avoid reacting from urgency or anxiety. Instead, to act with conscious choice. Your inner peace isn't meant for just anyone. Your emotional energy is not a gift for someone who barely knows you. So in your relationships, give yourself permission to move slowly. Not everything has to be instant. What's valuable takes time. Setting boundaries isn't manipulation. It's silently saying, this is who I am, this is what I need, and this is what I deserve. At the end of the day, the way you choose when to give and when to hold back, what to show and what to guard reveals more about you than any rehearsed line ever could. Lesson 4. Learn to let go with courage. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is knowing when to let go, not from coldness or indifference, but from the deep understanding that not everything is within our control. And yes, that includes relationships. Sometimes, deep down, you know something isn't right for you, but you stay. Out of fear, out of habit, out of not wanting to face the unknown. What if I regret it? What if nothing better comes along? But the Stoic mindset is clear. True power lies in choosing. Staying or leaving should be a decision grounded in your principles, not in your fears. This isn't about running away when things get hard. Every relationship requires patience and effort. But it is about having the courage to admit when something no longer adds to your life, when it starts pulling you away from yourself. Walking away from what hurts you isn't weakness, it's self-respect. Sometimes there won't be a dramatic fight or a heartbreaking scene, just a quiet certainty that whispers, "This isn't for me." And that too is valid. Yes, it's scary, but staying out of fear is also a way of losing yourself. And Stoicism is a call to be brave in the face of uncertainty. Because when you dare to let go, you're not just closing a door, you're making space for something new, something aligned with who you truly are. And if someone leaves because you chose to respect yourself, they were never truly for you. Letting go is not giving up. It's choosing yourself. It's saying, "I love myself enough not to settle for less than I deserve." And that, even when it hurts, is freedom. Lesson 5. Set boundaries without justifying yourself. One of the most subtle and powerful teachings of Stoicism is this: you don't need to explain everything to be understood. In relationships, we often feel the need to justify every boundary, explain every decision, and ask for permission just to protect our peace. But it doesn't have to be that way. Your actions speak louder than your words. And when it comes to boundaries, no speech is more effective than living with integrity. Saying, "I don't tolerate disrespect," is easy. The hard part is proving it when your respect is tested. That's where your true strength shows. Not in what you say, but in what you do when someone crosses the line. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Saying enough can hurt, but betraying yourself to avoid conflict hurts more. The Stoics believed you can't control what others do, but you can control how you respond. That's your most powerful tool. Think about it. If you value honesty and someone lies to you, you have two choices. Ignore it or act on it. Both send a message. One weakens you, the other strengthens you. Setting boundaries isn't about being harsh. It's about being clear. It's silently saying, "Not with me. Not like this." And remember, boundaries aren't just for big moments. They're built in the little things. When someone cancels at the last minute, disrespects your time, or ignores your emotions, how you respond to those moments defines the standard for what you'll accept. You're not doing it to punish anyone. You're doing it to protect yourself. Because if you don't mark the path, someone else will do it for you. So start showing your limits through action, with distance, with decisions, with behavior that speaks louder than your words. And you'll notice something powerful. When you stop explaining and start acting, people begin to understand you much more clearly. Lesson 6. Your actions speak louder than your words. You can say all the right things, make promises, spark emotions, paint beautiful futures. But if your actions don't back it up, none of it matters. Stoicism keeps us grounded. It teaches us to observe with clarity, not to be swept away by what we want to believe, but to face what's actually happening. In love and in any relationship, words are easy. What truly counts is what you do when no one's watching. When things don't go smoothly, when the initial excitement fades, you say you care about someone. Show it with your time, your presence, your commitment. You make a promise, keep it. You say you'll change, put in the work. We've all experienced the opposite. Someone who speaks beautifully, but disappears when you need them. Someone who promises, but always has an excuse. Someone who says you matter, but never truly shows it. And that's when your Stoic mindset must activate. Look beyond the charm. Judge by action. Does this person show up when it counts? Do their words align with their behavior? Are they consistent, or do they just shine for a moment? When you stop relying on words and start observing actions, your standards shift. You're no longer seduced by what people say. You're grounded in what they do. And this transformation doesn't just change how you love. It changes how people see you, because they realize you're not impressed by empty promises. You're not easily swayed by sweet talk. Your trust must be earned through consistency. And be careful, this isn't about distrusting everyone. It's about being wise, protecting your heart without closing it, not giving yourself to just anyone because their words sound nice. In a world where talk is cheap, being someone who values action, that's self-love. Lesson 7, learn to doubt intelligently. We live in a time where sweet words and quick promises are everywhere. And when someone tells us exactly what we want to hear, it's easy to get carried away. But Stoicism invites us to do something different. Pause. Observe. Doubt with wisdom. To doubt doesn't mean to distrust everything. It means giving yourself space to see clearly before you fully give your heart. It's seeing with calm eyes and an alert mind even when your heart is excited. Someone says they want everything with you after just a few days. They promise the world, but haven't taken real action yet. It's okay to feel excited, but it's also okay to ask, is this built on something real, or is it just adrenaline? The Stoics said, do not be deceived by appearances. Look to the essence. And this applies perhaps most of all to the beginning of a relationship. This isn't about interrogating people or living in paranoia. It's about keeping your feet on the ground while you explore your feelings. Because real love doesn't rush. It proves itself over time. Learning to maintain a healthy dose of skepticism is a form of protection. It's understanding that building something real takes more than words. It requires action, integrity, consistency. Especially when things get hard. It becomes a natural filter. Those who are genuine will stay. Those who are just performing will walk away when the mask slips. So, use your inner wisdom. Observe. Ask. Listen beyond the surface. Because loving intelligently doesn't mean loving less. It means loving with open eyes, a steady heart, and a clear mind. Lesson 8, saying no is also self-love sometimes. The hardest part of a relationship isn't loving, it's setting a boundary. Saying no when everything inside you wants to please, avoid conflict, or keep someone close. But Stoicism makes it clear. Staying true to your values is one of the deepest forms of self-respect. And that includes knowing when to say no. Maybe someone wants to move faster than you're ready for. Or maybe they expect you to compromise on something that goes against your principles. In those moments, saying yes might seem easier, more comfortable, less risky. But at what cost? Saying no, even when it hurts, is a way of showing that your boundaries aren't for sale. That your inner peace means more than temporary approval. And yes, of course, there's fear. Fear of losing them. Fear of seeming difficult or cold. But if someone walks away just because you were honest about what you won't accept, then it wasn't a real connection to begin with. Because a healthy relationship won't require you to betray yourself. The Stoics understood that the greatest battle is often internal. And saying no when everything in you wants to say yes out of fear, that's a battle won. And here's the key. Saying no isn't a rejection of the other person. It's an embrace of yourself. It's acting from clarity, not guilt. It's knowing what you need, what you deserve, and what you will no longer tolerate, no matter how much you care God. So the next time you're caught between pleasing someone and being true to yourself, remember this: your dignity is not negotiable. And anyone who truly values you will understand that. Lesson 9, never chase. Always value yourself. It's natural to want to get closer to someone who interests you. But there's a line you must never cross: chasing someone who's pulling away. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what's in our control and to release what isn't. Chasing someone who is withdrawing is not only pointless, it's self-destructive. It chips away at your sense of worth. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip it, the more it slips through your fingers. It's the same when you chase someone who doesn't want to stay. True power lies in standing firm in your dignity. If someone chooses to walk away, don't see it as a rejection. It simply means that person doesn't share your path or your values. This isn't about being cold or indifferent. It's about respecting yourself enough not to exhaust your soul chasing external validation. Because when you stop running after others and start investing in yourself, something powerful happens. You attract those who genuinely value who you are. It's like sending a clear message to the universe. I value myself, I respect myself, and I know what I'm worth. Remember, you don't need to chase love, attention, or respect. You need to be open to receiving it from those who truly deserve you. Adopting this Stoic mindset won't just shield you from disappointment, it will empower you to build relationships based on mutual respect and authenticity. Your worth. Your path. Throughout these lessons, we've uncovered a powerful truth. Real strength in relationships doesn't come from changing others or seeking their approval. It comes from cultivating and honoring your own worth from within. Stoicism reminds us that we are the masters of how we respond to life, and more importantly, how we value ourselves. Don't let outside circumstances define your dignity or your happiness. Don't lose yourself chasing illusions or staying where you're not respected. Always choose to act from your essence with integrity and courage. Every step you take toward loving and respecting yourself is a step toward deeper, more meaningful connections. Because when you're faithful to yourself, you attract those who are truly meant to walk beside you. So, from Stoic Alchemist, I invite you to embrace that inner strength, apply these Stoic teachings, and walk forward with the certainty that your worth is unshakable. Thank you for joining me on this journey of becoming your most powerful self. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it so more people can discover the power of Stoicism in their lives. Every week, I bring content that challenges you, awakens you, and trains you to evolve into your highest potential. Until next time, remember, true freedom begins when you become the guardian of your own honor.